Dubai was probably less than 2 million people. Today is 4.1 million. Almost just double. So to me, there's a vote of confidence.
A lot of people may think that everything is so expensive. So do I need a lot of capital to start business here?
I think by keeping 0% income tax on individual, that will only create a bigger pool of talented people here. I rented a villa at Dubai Hills, why don't we really seriously consider that? This is a place where it's really for the wealthy people, the high net worth, the ultra high net worth.
Do you think that the Saudi will be a competition to UAE?
We were walking around, at Dubai at a marina, and she was like, "Wow, it's so crowded. 2 a.m. still going on." I said, "People don't sleep."
So do you feel like your lifestyle is actually enhanced, but do you need to pay more to get that?
Definitely much cheaper than what we have in Hong Kong, right? I mean, for a similar size, a similar location.
Why do you think that it's the right time to move to Dubai?
This is the right time, because.
Hi everyone, I'm Agnes. I'm the CEO of Asia Bankers Club. I moved here 2 months ago. I'm in Dubai, and I have my CEO of Asia Bankers Club, Kingston, with me today in Dubai. He's not here for a business trip. He's based here. So why are you here, Kingston?
I got inspired by you, Agnes, after seeing how much you enjoy this place. You've been telling me a lot of good stuff about Dubai. So I'm here, with the family.
That's good. I think it's a good choice. But a joke aside, so why do you see now Asia Bankers Club should go abroad and also to go globally? So what do you see the trigger point for you?
The trigger point, right? I think when we first, of course, you're together with me, you've seen that 3 years ago when we started looking into the Middle East. I mean, we just kind of look at it from an investment perspective, right? We were here, we're bringing investors to invest in real estates, right? But then now the more I'm into the market, the more I see a different angle of what we should be doing in the Middle East. It's not just about investments, it's about doing business here. I think this is where, as you spend more time here, you realize how powerful this place is as a place to do business, right? For me, it's very simple. When you look at any countries in the world to decide where to go, right, it's all about, first of all, can you find the clients? For whatever products or services that you're selling, you need clients, right? You need people. So I think the very fact that you have a growing population here, it gives me a lot of confidence. From 3 years ago, when I look at the market, Dubai was probably less than 2 million people. Today is 4.1 million, almost just double. So to me, there's a vote of confidence. And the other thing is about the population. The people here are very international, right? They are coming from all over the world. You have 200 nationalities here. So to me, this is a great place to do business. And that's the reason I'm here.
Yeah, I think you touch on the point of we have the client here, we have the expert here, and also actually we have those tenants here. But are they expensive? Because what I try to see the whole picture of the expansion.
Sure.
When you go to like UAE, a lot of people may think that everything is so expensive. So do I need a lot of capital to start business here?
Well, I mean, you do need somewhat capital, of course, for any business that you do, or depends on the scale of the business that you do. But what I can't speak for all industries, right? For my industry, for our industry, we are service, it's a service business, right? We are here to take care of our clients, whether we are helping them with investments or helping them to set up their business in the Middle East. We need people, so we need to recruit talent. So this is something that's very unique that I find about Dubai, about UAE, right? The pool of talent that we have here is amazing. I think this has to do with the policy of the government. I think this time, I won't say this time, but many times they got it right. That's definitely this time, where, because of, I guess, zero income tax, that is attracting, a lot of talents from all over the world. And these people who come here, they have one objective. We're here to succeed. We're here to make money, right? So that's why when I come here, when I start to interview people, I mean, I'm so amazed with the pool of talent that you have here. So and they also, kind of convinced me to want to be here, because you get to have these very talented employees, and this is how we can really grow the business.
Yeah, I think the dynamic here, like I moved here 2 months ago. I see a lot of tenants, and I feel like the people here just focus one goal. They want to make money.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of opportunity compared to their home country.
Yes.
And then so that's why they don't have any negativity. They just feel really appreciate of the opportunity here. So as a entrepreneur yourself, and you were a banker back then, so I know that you move a lot of business. or help another business to set up in Asia country. So this time, what is the difference between you helping them to move to UAE? It's so far away. So a lot of them may not understand too. So do you need a lot of effort to promote this?
I think at the beginning, yes. A lot of time, when we talk to my friends, people that I'm connected with, talking about the Middle East, a lot of people have never been here. There's still a very this misconception that Dubai is a country. that today is still the case. A lot of people still think that, right? So I think we need to educate more people, and I think why here, like you just said, over the past I guess 13 years, been involved in helping companies to move to different locations, whether it's into Hong Kong, Singapore, or into some cases to Vietnam or Thailand during the time when it was all these manufacturing company going to Vietnam. We were actually helping them to set up their operation there as well. Now today we see the trend coming over here, right? Because we see the move of capital, of talent, or businesses. It's all coming to the Middle East, to the UAE specifically, right? So I guess now it's more about getting people to actually understand and be able to see what this place has to offer. I'll give an example, right? I just had a conversation a few weeks ago with somebody, talking about why they should come to UAE, because out of that many GCC countries, like in the Middle East, like what is so unique about UAE. So I was sharing with them. I said UAE is unique because, well, first of all, not just that it has a growing population, it has a very diverse population, because 90% of the people who lives here, they are expatriates, right? You have Russians, Indians, Chinese, everybody is here. So now if you have a product or a service that you want to offer, you want to grow internationally, right? I mean, it's a very expensive exercise, it's very costly, and it's very risky as well. If you were to set up your presence in every countries, every cities in the world, you open in Moscow, you go to Mumbai, so you keep doing all this, you do not know which market will actually work for you for the specific products that you are selling. So the beauty of coming to UAE is because it's so diverse. You have everyone from all over the world here, so you can actually test the market. You can actually use this place as a testing ground to see which nationality actually will have most interest for your products or service that you're offering before you zoom into that specific location, whether it's actually going to be in Russia, India, UK, or wherever we're talking about, right? So I think this is what UAE has to offer. It's so international.
Yeah.
So I think this is not something that everybody sees. So I'm just want to kind of really share what I think is the value here that we can actually extract.
I think it's actually really interesting insight from here, because it's the cheapest way,
Yep.
most convenient way to go abroad and go
Definitely.
internationally.
Definitely.
And also, it's actually 200 nationality. Where do you find this kind of dynamics here? Also, a lot of people compare, like in the Middle East, where should I go as well? So now it's a UAE. A lot of people think, like you said, Dubai is a country, but it's not. Abu Dhabi is up and coming. And how do you compare Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
Well, like I said, Abu Dhabi is, it's the upcoming. But having said that, it is still the capital city, and it's now, of course, everybody knows it as the capital of capital. All the money is moving there. Financial institutions, whether they're hedge funds, private equity, sovereign wealth fund, everybody is in Abu Dhabi, right? I think it depends on which perspective you're talking about, right? I mean, if you're talking about real estate investments, of course, I do see a lot of value in Abu Dhabi, because it's the market that is just opened up in 2019, right? But if we're talking about doing business, then I guess it's a bit different, because Dubai, of course, it's much more mature, right? It's much more established, but of course, having said that, it also depends on what products or what services you're talking about, right? Because Abu Dhabi, of course, has a lot of potential. There's a lot of things that you can bring in that I think the people who live in Abu Dhabi really, really value, right? And probably be a bit less competition than in Dubai. So I think this is really case by case. So I guess this is basically where we try to add value as Asia Bankers Club, right? I mean, we are not just trying to offer our network, but it's also about our, I guess, insights, our knowledge about the market, and we hope to actually engage all these business owners from all over the world, sharing with them our view, and in fact, as a business, we help them in a way to strategize their entry into the Middle East, not just UAE, right? So we help them to understand, how to navigate Middle East. And then if you do come to UAE, what is so special and how can you actually establish yourself really well here? And we are also going through it ourselves. So there's a lot of learning process. I can't say we are the expert, but but I guess what we are trying to do is we are willing to share, right?
Yep. So you just touch on the Middle East.
Yes.
So everyone come to Middle East, they must not neglect the Saudi. So Saudi Arabians started to open up. They say that a lot of online, content saying that they're opening up for the foreigner.
Yes.
Do you think that the Saudi will be a competition to UAE? What's your view?
What's my view? I think it's going to be, I won't see really as a competition. I see, a lot of things that all these GCC countries are doing, they kind of like really complement each other. They have their own strengths and they're trying to play, their strengths and it's somehow make it really, amazing, right? I mean, if I look at the case of Saudi, right, you see, just, I always like to look at the demographics because I think the demographics actually will make it easier for anybody to actually understand, about the market and how to navigate it. So if I look at Saudi, a majority of the population are basically, the local people, right? So we're talking about maybe 60-70% local, and then you have 30% expatriates. It's in comparison to UAE is the other way. It's 90% expatriates in the UAE, right? So Saudi is a huge market. We're talking about 35-36 million people, right? So there's a huge local domestic market. If you want to tap the domestic market, you have a huge market here to tap. But then it's not that international in a way that you have so many people from all over the world. So you need to be very unique in your product offering in Saudi, right? So I like I said, it really depends on what you're trying to do. Of course, Saudi is now is opening up in all areas, not just real estates. They're allowing foreigners to set up companies without having to have the local partners. You can own the company 100%. So there are tax incentives, there are golden visa, there are lots of reason to be there. But you just have to have really depends on your situation and what you're trying to do. So I guess it's case by case really.
Okay. So can you give us some tips? What kind of industry and what kind of entrepreneur they should come to UAE? So do you have any examples so our audience will know what kind of business that I can move to UAE?
I think all sort of businesses can come to UAE except the illegal ones.
Okay.
So legal
Alcohol
business
too, right?
Alcohol as well, of course, right? Alcohol is already, legalized here for a long, long time. I mean, you can't be drinking alcohol on the street, but of course you need license, there are proper place for you to do that. Even Saudi has opened up on that as well. There are locations where you can buy alcohol, but it's more for foreigners, right? But, I think, really it's all sort of businesses. We are now engaged with a lot of our members and clients, companies that are coming here include like healthcare. They're here to do longevity. They're here to do IT, AI, crypto, everything. So it's very diverse, right? I think that this market, just because, it's so emerging, it's so exciting. There are people from all over the world. There are lots and lots of opportunities. And amazing thing is this city never sleep. Nobody sleep, Like last week I was here with my wife. Right? You know why I brought my wife, right?
You should share more
to share with everybody, right? Because what happened was, I've already kind of in a way relocated myself to Dubai, sometime, of course I keep traveling back and forth with Hong Kong, but I've making a decision to really move here for good, seeing how much you're enjoying with your husband and your daughter. Actually our kids are same age, right?
And it's
So
cheaper to put them
right?
to study here.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that you enjoy it a lot, so I thought myself, okay, I should really look into that. So I did, right? About 2 months ago, I started talking to my wife. I said, why don't we really seriously consider that? So I guess I managed to close her at like probably 95%. Okay, so I needed that one last push to close the deal. So last week I brought her to Dubai. We will just spend about 10 days. I rented a villa in Dubai Hills. Just try to get her to enjoy. Understand how it is like to actually live as a local here. Right? We visited the schools. Got her the Emirate IDs, open bank account. And then she, talking about like this city never sleeps. Like then that's where she actually start to realize it's true, because there was one night I told her it was around 10:30 at night. I said, let's go out. Let's go for a walk. She was like, 10:30 in Hong Kong, we'll probably get ready. We'll be watching TV at home and probably 11:30 we'll be in bed, right? So I said, no, this city, is open, right? So we drove out and she was shocked. It's like, wow, it's so crowded. Like, and then it's already 1 a.m. right? We were walking around, at Dubai, at a marina, and she was like, "Wow, this is so crowded. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. still going on." I said, "What's going on?" I said, "People don't sleep. It's like this city never sleep, right?" And then the other experience she had was a few days ago. We needed to open a bank account. So she said, "Okay, I got my Emirate ID. Now we need a bank account." So I said, "Well, I got my colleague, to Ria, okay, to give the banker a call." So the banker came to our villa, right? The banker came, and then my wife was like, "Are you sure this is a banker?" Like, because you don't get that kind of service back home in Hong Kong, right? I mean, you have to go and queue at the branch,
Sure,
right?
yes.
So here, no, they came to our place, and then she was like, "Wow, this looks weird. Like, are you sure this is a banker?" I said, "No, seriously, can you give her a business card, right?" So she was, "Oh, you're really from, you're from a bank, right?" And the bank account was open in 30 minutes, right?
Wow.
And it's all outside of office hours. And he even
So it's outside of
outside of office
Okay.
hours, And then after that, she was impressed, And then
Do you
that,
pay more?
no.
So it's normal service.
So normal service. I got my bank account. Even during the 30 minutes, we got the account number.
Okay.
They even helped her to log into the mobile app, so she managed to access a bank account. She got the current account, the checkbook, all these got to be sent to her. So it was all done in 30 minutes. So I told myself, hey, now she's experiencing it. Now she really enjoy it, right? So I need to close the deal. So later on the next night, the next evening, we were a bit tired. So I told her, let's go for a massage, right? So we go to spa. I mean, once a week, back home. So she said, "Oh, let's do it." She's tired as well. I said, "Oh, we don't have to go anywhere. I'm going to call somebody to come." She was like, "What?" So I took the app in 30 minutes. So we have the therapist, they came,
Wow.
they set up the bed, and
They
wow,
bring the bag too?
everything.
Wow.
So she said, "What is this?" I said, "Wow." I said, that is UAE. I said, "Everything is delivered to you." She was shocked. I said, "Everything? What do you mean?" I said, "Practically everything." I said, "If you need petrol, you need gas in your car, they bring it to you." Then she said, "What if I need cash? I need to withdraw cash." I know they will bring the ATM machine to you. I said, "Seriously, they do that." So I think this is the thing that people miss out, because Dubai, it's a very, very, the brand is very strong. People think that this is a place where it's really for the wealthy people, the high net worth, the ultra high net worth. This is actually royal, like royal treatments, right? For the royal family, you have to be really wealthy to enjoy this kind of like a lifestyle. But it's not true. This is a lifestyle that a normal person, anybody can enjoy in the UAE. So I think this is, when people see that, it will just attract more people. So I won't be surprised this population double again. Right? People really do not want to leave this place. Right? It's so much fun here.
I think it's funny enough that Hong Kong is already very convenient place. Everyone in the world, not the UAE part, saying that Hong Kong is like really amazing, very close, easy to get everything. But if you move here and then 30 minutes to get a bank account is not possible for sure. So I can imagine not just Hong Kong people, actually the Chinese, the Taiwanese, and also actually people from America and also UK, they will feel the amazing, how amazing this country can give them, especially for the lifestyle part. So do you feel like your lifestyle is actually enhanced, but do you need to pay more to get that? For example, can you share a bit more about your house? Is it going to be more expensive compared to your home in Hong Kong? So can you share us more about that?
I've been house hunting, right? So what I've seen so far is definitely much cheaper than what we have in Hong Kong, right? I mean, for a similar size, a similar location, I would see it's probably about let's say 30% of the price. So if this thing costs $100 in Hong Kong, this will be costing $30 here. So it's amazing.
Not 30% off, it's 30% off the price.
70% off, right? It's a big difference. Then of course, I mean, I've been doing business here for a few years, right? But I don't go into the detail looking at these numbers because I did not back then I didn't talk about I'll bring my family, right? The kids. I mean, just alone, I'm fine. But here, when we start to look into the numbers, the schools, tuition fees, oh my gosh, it's a fraction of the cost,
Yeah.
right? So we went to the international school. We went to GEMS, international school for a visit. So
One of the best one.
yeah, one of the best one, right? This is actually at DSO, Silicon Valley. So we got in and we were like very impressed with the facilities, right? This is really top notch, international private schools, and the kids, they're so cute. They're from all over the world.
All over the world.
Oh my gosh, that's all the little boys and girls that are running around. Like this is a scene that I've never seen in my life. I was so impressed with it, right? So I think this is something that's very unique. But honestly, having said that, Hong Kong, places, in a lot of other places, I mean, they are its strength. I mean, I will miss Hong Kong a lot. I really need to go back, keep going back as well, because there is still these things where you can't find here, right? A lot of the things that we have, the food, some of the services and the products, they're not in the UAE yet. So that's where I see the opportunity, right?
Yes.
And this is happening because whether you're in Taiwan, whether you're talking about UK, US, and with all these people moving here, they all want to actually try, if possible, to get back the things that they used to enjoy when they're back home, right?
Yeah.
For me, I what I like, right? I mean, like I want my durians, which I think is going to be difficult here. So they are the food, the local food, right?
Yeah.
And I'm from Malaysia, so I miss the Malaysia food. So I don't have that much of opportunities to actually have it here. So we need those, right? So I think when more and more people from all over the world realize that and see that what's really happening here, you will start to see that this country, you will then have a mini Chinatown, a mini, of course, it's already a big India town here. You need a mini Korea town, Japanese town. So we need that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, of course, it's not good for the long term because people really will miss home. Right. So I think this is where the opportunity is as well.
So I see enough opportunity. How do you see the government actually really supportive? Are they supportive? Are they open-minded to all these brands from the other countries come to UAE? So what do you think?
From my experience so far, I really appreciate what the government has been doing. It's very, very transparent with all the the rules and regulations and the system. It's so efficient. They have apps. So a lot of things are just you can find it on the applications. So I think the policies, things like where they keep the income tax for individual at 0%. I think that's very, very amazing. I think they should continue because it's not that they are subsidizing everybody. I think they're definitely making money from your property transactions. Your DLD 4% is a big income. The 5% VAT is a good income. Now you have the corporate tax, which is 9%. There's a good income for them as well, right? So the government have all these different type of income, but I think by keeping 0% income tax on individual, that will only create a bigger pool of talented people here, right? For enterprises to actually recruit. So this is very, very strong point here. So I think on top of that, making this place so safe. I feel so safe here. I'm so comfortable that I put everything everywhere. I just leave my laptop, my bags, my passport. I just live in a restaurant. It does not matter. I'll just walk away to the washroom. I'll come back half an hour later. It's still going to be there. This is nothing, this is not possible in many countries.
Too many cameras here.
Yeah. It's so safe. For me, I feel so comfortable here. And I'm actually, I pay my respect to the government. What they have done, their vision and what they're doing, making people like myself to be so convinced that I want to be here.
Yeah.
I want to share, all this experience, what I'm going through with everybody. I seriously, I urge all my friends, I told my wife, get all your friends to come here and take a look, because it does not matter how much I talk or how good a speaker I am. I won't be able to deliver that experience to you. You have to come and experience it yourself. Whether you're here on holiday or whether you're seriously thinking about doing business here, come and interact with the people. And the other thing is the energy, right, Agnes? I mean, we talked about that earlier, right? The energy of what UAE has to offer. I mean, the people. it's also something that actually I enjoy a lot, right? I'm getting older now, but I still think I'm young. All right. I go to play. I mean, I lived in Hong Kong for more than 20 years. I know I crave for that energy. Hong Kong still has it, right? But of course now we see that in Dubai, in UAE, not just Dubai, Abu Dhabi as well. It's the people, it's the energy. I really like to be plugged in to that network, right? And this is where I hope by moving here, Asia Bankers Club, it's about the network, because we're here to offer the network, and we have to grow the network here as well.
Yeah. So we touch a lot of good things about UAE, right? So what's the challenge? So when you move the business here, I think it would be easy for them to just set up something, getting name done with the visa. I'm sure our team can help professionally.
Yes.
So what do you think is the challenge for this entrepreneur to set up a company here, and how do they sustain?
I think like you say, it's right. We definitely offer that service to our clients, right? When they come here, we help them with setting up the companies, getting their license. Not just the company, we get the product license, because you need the product to be licensed before somebody will talk to you here, right? To have meetings with you. So getting your golden visas, opening bank account. These are all simple stuff, right? I mean, and there are many companies that do that as well. But I think what is missing here, it's basically the connection. Right? I think just think about it, wherever country you are, does not have to be coming to the Middle East. Go to any place. Let's say if you need to do business in Africa, right? Like if there's some company that can actually assist you with all the setup and stuff, it's still not good enough. I don't know anything about Africa. I don't know people there, right? I have no connection, right? So I think the connection part is the one that's missing now, to actually give the confidence for people to actually really be here and look into this market, seriously, right? So I think this is where, I hope Asia Bankers Club can be different. We are conduit. I mean, we have already been doing this for more than 13 years. We are. I would like to think that we are, the best, if not one of the best. Here in Asia doing that. We want to use the same business model. We will grow our network, and we want to share our network. So when a company, when somebody, a business owner, when they want to come here, the first thing they do is not about, right away I'm going to open a company here. Like I don't even know anybody, right?
Yeah.
So some introduction needs to be made. We need to actually educate them and connect them to the right people. I guess the very fact that we actually now sign up with free zones and more to come, right? That actually show them that we are definitely plug into the system. We want to use that to help them, and also to strategize their entry.
Yeah.
Right. This is very important, because if you get the strategy wrong, it's going to be very costly. You're going to end up spending years here and not being successful, because it's a very competitive environment.
Yeah.
So I hope that what we learned, and the connections and the network that we have built, right, and growing network, we want to actually for them to actually tap on that, and then from day on, they will really see the true UAE and what it has to offer, and then the other things are very straightforward. These are just paperwork.
Okay, so last question.
Sure.
So as a founder of Asia Bankers Club, you founded the club in 2012.
Yes.
So it's like more than a decade. You started in Hong Kong and spreading in Asia. So how do you see Asia Bankers Club in next 5 years? And also, how do you see Dubai can help you, or the whole Middle East expansion can help you to go beyond your vision?
Sure.
And what's your views to the audience?
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Asia Bankers Club has been going around for 13 years now. We have been very blessed with a lot of loyal members. Who have been very supportive on day one. When I left the banking industry, I left Morgan Stanley in 2012. The club was a bit more skewed towards people from the banking industry, right? And then very quickly, then we grew in and opened up to people from all industries, right? Not just in finance. So it's a bit like the Facebook story, right? You started with university students, and then you open up to the whole world. So I guess we had a bit of that experience, right? Coming back to your questions about what's next, definitely. I mean, like for now, the next few years is definitely the Middle East, right? We want to be here. We want to plant our roots, and we are making UAE our second headquarter, right? Our second headquarter is here. We have our first headquarter in Hong Kong, and then now the next 5 years and beyond, I hope that from Middle East, we can actually grow our platform to a global market. So we want to be able from here to venture into Europe, to the US, to Africa, because the location, this is what UAE has to offer. It's in the middle of the whole world. This is why it's called Middle East, right? So from here, we, because of time zone advantage, because of just the sheer distance, it's not that far. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of markets we can cover out of Middle East. So I guess that's what I have in mind now. From here to springboard to the whole world.
Yeah. Last question. So membership.
Yes.
So I think we are so proud that we have the network. We have long-term clients follow us for long, and also now in the UAE. Yesterday we made a really successful first event in Dubai, and then wow, the section is like engaging. A lot of people just wanted to join our member. So in Dubai, a lot of like Lamborghini events and all like very flashy, very Instagrammable. So, but I know I talked to you before. You talk about meaty. You always talk about meaty. You want something like really punchy, not just on the very shallow opinion.
Sure.
So do you put that into the membership concept as well, so that every people come, they learn something in that 1 hour, so they don't just come to take a picture and go. So is it going to be same strategy in Dubai as well? So what do you think?
Well, before I answer that question, I guess I have to rewind a bit, to talk about, what is Asia Bankers Club, first of all, right? So what do we do here? And what is this platform for, right? Now, this platform, in a nutshell, very straightforward. It's a platform for you to actually build network and grow your wealth, right? It's very simple, right? Everybody, we want to make some money. We hope that we can retire comfortably, right? We want to grow our wealth, okay? And in order to grow the wealth, we need to build a network. So this is what I have in mind when I left my banking job, right? And there's I can save it for another story, because the craziness
next time.
Yeah, the craziness how I left my job in just 3 days just to found Asia Bankers Club is another story. Anyway, that's my conviction of what I want to do with the club. So here, connection, it can means a lot, right? Me and you meet up for the very first time, we exchange business card, we have a contact, is that considered a connection? Yes and no. But for me, in Asia Bankers Club, I wouldn't consider that as a connection, right? Connection to me is something that it means deeper, that we really get to know each other, right? So like what you said, in UAE, especially in Dubai, a lot of events here, are very, very flashy events, Lamborghinis, a lot of time people come to these events, it's for Instagram purposes, right? So you're going to pick some really nice Instagrams, videos, TikToks or whatever, to show the kind of flashy lifestyle. I mean, it's just about being there, and to be seen. I think that's like what most of these events about. And this is not the kind of events that Asia Bankers Club wants to do. And this has never been, what we have been doing in the past 13 years in Asia, right? The events that we do are, first of all, it's knowledge based, right? We want you to actually learn something at the end, right? We have good speaker, sometimes, you're here for the knowledge, and of course you're here to actually get to know people as well. And we never really want to make those events, really big scale, right? I mean, we do have big scale events. I mean, we have events which are like more than 1,000 people. We have done that, right? And in Hong Kong at JW Marriott, when we did our feng shui feng shui talk, right? During Chinese New Year, it was crazy, okay? We've done events where, we went on a cruise, there were like 130 people, 130 cabins, we have 180 people. We went on a 2-day, 1-night cruise to nowhere, right? It was fun, it's lots of people. But, but what I really like to do here is, like smaller scale or mid-scale type of events where, you get to come, there's a good speaker, they teach you about, investing, about enriching your life, or your knowledge about certain areas, right? Yesterday, we had a very good event about, investing in physical gold and silver, because now it's all-time high prices, and then drop a bit. So should you go in now? How do you buy physical bar? Where do you store them? So you're learning something, and then in a very short 1.5 hour event, everybody know everybody,
Yeah.
right? And then we were all taking a big photo together, and it's almost like, we know each other for some time.
Yeah.
So I think that to me, it's more connection. It's
Yep.
more meaningful, right?
Mm.
We are here, we are removing our kind of like guard, we're not here for those flashy photos or whatever. We're here really with the heart, because everybody who is part of the club as a member, we all have the same objective. We are here to build network and grow wealth.
Yeah.
We want to do it together, right? So when you come collectively with that heart to want to do something together, then you will really open up.
Yeah.
And you really find true friendship. And I think this is something that's missing here in the UAE.
And actually, you can do business in our event too. You open a bank account with the banker
I know.
who arrive at our events,
Yeah.
and also you buy.
Yeah, I did. I bought a piece of gold bar, right? So I think this is the thing about us. I mean, we encourage our members to actually it is about making money, right? So feel free as our member. We have platinum membership. It doesn't even cost a lot. $1,500 a year. So it allows you to actually participate in these kind of events, and at the same time you can be commercial, because we can talk about certain things that we can do together. And because every platinum members of ours, they will have something to sell, some products or services, or maybe they're representing their company. They want to reach out to more clients, right? We engage with them. We tailor-made some proposals where we help them to tap our member base, whether they are in UAE, in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, Singapore, anywhere. We can actually assist them, right? So I think this is what makes us unique, right? We are really open about that, But I hope that in the true of the essence of the club, the spirit of it is really to be very open and try to form true connection here. I think that's really important.
Thank you, Kingston, for joining us today. And I know that you still have a lot of story that you haven't really shared about your personal life and why you leave the industry, from banking, learning so many money, but you start from zero. So that's actually a really good, exciting episode. So stay tuned for our episode.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for joining in. And if you have not yet been a member, so I will encourage you to join us. Just visit our website for more information. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay.
How long? I feel like 1 hour.